Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parsha Shemos from Shishi to Shvi. In this week's segment, we have Moshe Rabbeinu returning to Egypt from Midyan in order to redeem the Bnei Israel, but on the way he almost dies because he failed to give his son a bris milah. So why is it that Moshe did not give his son a bris milah? He was our leader, he was the perfect man basically, and he didn't give his son a bris milah. So firstly, you might want to go back to the short Vort of 3 years ago from Shlishi to Revi under the title of Did Moshe really give his son to serve Avoda Zorah? And in brief, you get the full thing there, but he was giving the rights to his first son to Yisro, and therefore until he left Midyan, he could not take his son for bris milah without Yisro's permission. But if we go more, looking in the pasuk, we see that he was told to go back to Egypt because those who wanted to kill you were dead. They were gone. You were no longer in sakana, which teaches us an important lesson that even Moshe Rabbeinu, who was supposed to go back to redeem the Bnei Israel from the gullus of Egypt, if he was in personal risk, then he does not have to go back. In general, if someone does not have to sacrifice himself for the klal. And so he had this doubt, well, there's a sakana, and this lesson says the sakana, I shouldn't go back, and if I go to a bris, 3 days afterwards, that's the worst for the child, to go on the way, to go in the desert, that would be a sakana for the baby. Maybe he shouldn't go. On the other hand, Hashem told him directly to go, so he wasn't quite sure what to do, so Moshe Rabbeinu hesitated. Some say that it was his punishment came because, based on the Medrash, when he came to them alone to the inn that was on the way, so Moshe Rabbeinu should have taken care of the Mila for his son before he checked into the hotel. There's a rule that when you go on the way, that you don't wait into night to get off the highway. You go and take lodging while it's still day. Remember that at that point there was no electricity, and there were bandits on the way, and you didn't want to be out alone. So Moshe was supposed to find lodging, but once he was right near the hotel, he could have taken care of the bris first and then gone to the hotel, which was right nearby. It would not be a real issue. Some say that the hotel was already near Egypt, and therefore there was no issue of going by the way. It was such a short distance. He also could have brought his son for a bris milah. Now, why was it that Moshe was almost killed? As a sign that he should give his son a bris milah, why didn't Hashem just say, hey, you have to do the bris milah, you haven't done it yet? Why to this extreme that the Satan came as a snake-like creature and swallowed Moshe Rabbeinu from both extremities till only his milah makom was visible. His wife saw this, got the message, and realized that it was because their son wasn't gemalt. And actually, there was a point where she was concerned because it looked like a snake, and it reminded her of the original snake that desired Chava and therefore wanted to have Adam Harishon die so they could have it herself. And she feared that maybe the snake wanted to have her, was interested in her, and therefore wanted to kill Moshe. But once she saw that it was only one makom visible, she knew that the purpose was not because of some other avera also, but because specifically of the mitzvah of Mila that was not done. So when Moshe came back after being gone for 60 years, how do we know? How did the Bnei Israel believe him? Now, Pakod Yivkod, if they knew about it, then they were concerned that he would also know about it because Yosef passed it on to his son, to Machir, his grandson, the son of Menashe, was mentioned last week's parsha. I noticed that, but I didn't know who he was. And now the Medrash says he was a key link in the chain, that he gave the Pakod Yivkod and codes to Levi, who gave it to his son Amram, who could have given it to Moshe Rabbeinu. Therefore, you knew the codes, but you're not really the person to deliver. So what happened? Moshe Rabbeinu had to go away, that he was chased, he raised in the palace, and then he had to flee. And so there was no chance for his father to give him the codes of Pakod Yivkod. Another explanation on the Medrash is that Serach Bas Asher, who lived for a long time, she was the person who knew the secrets. And when Moshe Rabbeinu came with the miracles, the signs, the osos, that, and also said Pakod Yivkod, they went to her and she verified, yes, those are the right expression, those are the right signs he did, and even some say that it was specifically the person who was going to be the Goel of the Bnei Israel by name, and it was mentioned that it was Moshe Rabbeinu, and that's how come it says that they believed in Moshe, and then he went to Paro. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos, and don't forget to check out the new trailer that came out about the short Vort.